Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jemima. Today we are in for another video, struggles of a Nigerian medical student. I put up a poll for my YouTube family to vote, and this was my third voted video, so this got the bronze medal. Please, before I get this video out, I need to put up a disclaimer. This is what I have seen in my first 4 years in medical school. It's what is the kind of struggles that I have experienced as an individual. So I just need to put out there, I'm saying all of this based on my own personal experience. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. The first struggle that a Nigerian medical student has is that people just assume that you are intelligent. Like everywhere you go, people just assume, this person is intelligent, this person is intelligent, and because of that you have pressure. Like you have to meet up to the expectations of the people that expect that you are intelligent. So it's a struggle. Another struggle that a Nigerian medical student has is competition. God, like the competition just never ends. Getting admission into a Nigerian medical school, you need to compete with tens of thousands of other people, or even up to hundreds of thousands of other people who wrote JAMB with you, and compete with the tens of thousands or thousands of people who wrote post-UME with you. So the competition just never ends. And at the end, they will just pick the top 30 or top 30 or top 50, and then the rest they cover it with connections. So you get the point. You're competing with so many people to even enter. Now, to remain in the medical school, if you manage to even cross over from 100 level to 200 level, the struggle still continues. You now compete with your course mates. For those people who are top 50 in class, top 20 in class, if you manage to be top 20, you will still compete to be up to top 10. When you manage to be top 10, they still look at you somehow. If you're not in top 5, you manage to be top 5, people still look at you somehow. Even within that top 5, there's still discrimination. If for those that are not in top 3, you manage to be in top 3, there's still discrimination for those who are not in top 2. You manage to be top 2, there's still discrimination when you are not number 1 in class. The competition just never ends. To me, this is my this is my greatest struggle in medical school, because I hate competition. I hate when I have to compete with anybody. I just like going with my pace, and but there's a way people look at you when you're not in top 10 in class, or when you're not in top 5, or you're in top 5, you're not in top 3, or you're in top 2, you're not in top 2, or you're in top 2, you're not number 1. Like, the competition is too much, and it tires me. This is what gets me really annoyed with the Nigerian medical school systems. The hierarchy is just too much. So that is one of the struggles that a Nigerian medical student has to face. Another thing is your lecturers. They are constantly putting you down. They will always remind you of how dumb you are, always remind you that you're not studying enough, always reminding you that you're this or that. It's tiring, it's annoying. Why should you come to teach me, and instead of you to focus on the teaching that you're teaching, you're telling me how I will fail? You're reminding me of my seniors that failed, or my seniors that couldn't get up to a particular score. It's tiring. That is a real struggle. So the next thing I'm going to tell you is that the exams make you feel dumb. You see all this talk that they used to tell you that forget your secondary school. I'm telling you now again, forget it though. Forget the fact that you were the best graduating student in your secondary school. That doesn't mean that you will come and be best graduating student in medical school. It's not automatic. I'm telling you the truth. Medical school exams will make you dumb. You will see students that had A's in their WAEC, and I'm not talking about those who cheated to get those A's. Those who truly studied to have that A's, you will see them fail in medical school. So I don't know about your school, but in my school, if you don't have up to a 50, you have failed that course. So you will see students that were doing, in fact, students that even carried a parallel 5.0 GP from 100 level, in 200 level, 300 level, you will see them fail. So medical, one of the struggles about being a medical student is that the exams will just make you feel dumb, make you look dumb, make you look like as if you're not a serious human being. You study so hard, but yet the scores are not showing you what you're supposed to see. That is just one of the struggles that I've had as a medical student. Another thing is timing. God, medical school is time draining. Medical school is a very, very wicked boyfriend that doesn't want you to spend time on any other thing. One of the struggles that I've had with medical school is time management. I'm going to put up a full video on how to manage your time as a medical student, although I still managed to get involved in extracurricular activities, and I have uploaded a full video on how I am a medical student and I'm still involved in extracurricular. So I'm going to put the link up for you in case you've not seen it. But my point is, one of the struggles that I've had as a medical student is timing. There is no time for my personal life, no time for social life, and your friends and non-medical students could find it very, very difficult to understand the demanding nature of the medical school system in Nigeria. Another struggle that I've had is that people just assume that you're rich. Like, come on. I understand that as a medical student, people assume that, you are open to a lot of scholarships, but it's not every medical student that is on scholarship, Bikonu. Like, it's tiring. I have experienced this personally. That's why I won't say it's paining me, but it's a struggle that I have. People just look at me and assume that she's a medical student, she doesn't have financial issues. Are you for real? Are you in my life? Do you know what I'm struggling? Do you know if I've eaten this morning? Do you know if I have credits to call? Do you know if I have data? Do you know? Like, people just assume that as a medical student, you are rich. And, I can't speak on behalf of the male medics, but I can only speak for myself. Because when I was an anatomy student, I used to look at the male medical students as rich boys. Seriously. And now I'm on the other side. I'm now the medical student, and I'm wondering, like, why did I used to look at these guys as people that were rich? I don't just know why, but it's a struggle that people just assume that as a medical student, you are wealthy, you are rich. God, please bring this money. Let it manifest in our lives. So another struggle that I've had as a medical student is workload. How? Chineke. The workload is massive. You see that your chemistry, that your biology, everything that you have studied in chemistry from SS1 to SS3, that is what you are studying in only one semester for only one course. The workload is massive. Sometimes when I look at it, I get overwhelmed. I just sit down and start crying, because I'm like, how is it possible for somebody to know all these things within 3 months, or within 4 months, or 5 months, or 6 months, to be able to write such comprehensive exams? How is it possible? So it's tiring, because it's a struggle that I've had on my own. Another struggle as a medical student. I know if you're a medical student in a public Nigerian medical school, you would understand what I'm about to say. Some medical schools, they have quota for just 50 students, or 100 students, or 150, or 200. Yet, they will admit 1,000, like, I'm not saying literally 1,000. My point is, they will go and over-admit, and now come and struggle to fail students on purpose. If they now struggle to fail like 50% of those students from 100 level, when they cross over to 200, they now come and form pre-MB in quotes to now make students to fail. In 300 level, they will now make another set of students to fail. That you're not even guaranteed. Your ability to pass your exam is not even guaranteed. It's so annoying. It's such a struggle that I will finish studying so hard, and you now come and make me to fail because of accreditation issues, because you over-admitted. It is annoying. It is frustrating. Thank you guys for listening to my rant. By tomorrow, my rant continues.